Compromises of 1820 and 1850 by Danica Jew, Harry Yang, and Sirjen, Miss Gherkin, period 5. Compromise of 1820. In 1819, the number of free and slave states were equal. Missouri wanted to be admitted as a slave state, however, that would disrupt the balance of power between the North and South in the Senate. So, the Compromise of 1820 was created. The Compromise of 1820, also known as the Missouri Compromise, was an agreement created by Henry Clay. The compromise pleased both sides by admitting Maine as a free state and Missouri as a slave state. The compromise also stated that any territory to the north of the 3630 line, which was the southern border of Missouri, was closed to slavery, while any territory to the south of the line was open to slavery. The compromise concerned many Southerners because it limited the spread of slavery. Compromise of 1850. Political tensions arose between the North and South when David Wilmot presented a bill that proposed to ban slavery from newly acquired territories from the Mexican War, which became known as the Wilmot Proviso. It passed through the House of Representatives, but due to Southerners, it didn't pass through the Senate. This bill was never made into law, but it made everyone realize that slavery was truly an unavoidable issue. After the Mexican War, California wanted to be admitted as a free state, and Texas was attempting to spread slavery by trespassing on New Mexico territory. If California was admitted into the Union, it would cause a shift in power of the equal number of 15 free and 15 slave states. Because of this, the South became angry and thought that California should be split into 2 states. But there were no U.S. laws to govern California, and their constitution banned slavery. The Compromise of 1850 was an arrangement between the North and South created by Henry Clay once again. Daniel Webster supported the compromise, but John C. Calhoun was strongly against it. Congress passed it 8 months later. To satisfy the North, California was admitted as a free state, and slave trade was abolished in Washington, D.C. To satisfy the South, Texas was paid $10 million to stop bothering New Mexico. Utah and New Mexico were open to decide based on popular sovereignty whether or not to become a free or slave state, and Congress would pass stricter laws regarding the capture of runaway slaves. This law was known as the Fugitive Slave Act, and it greatly upset the North because it required Northerners to help with the capture of these fugitive slaves. The compromise drove the 2 sides further apart and nullified the Missouri Compromise by allowing slavery above the 3630 line because parts of New Mexico and Utah territories were above that line.